Hi everyone, it's Mark here, and I want to talk to you about a really exciting project that's underway at the moment called Fast for Freedom. So for those of you that know me, you'll already know that I got pretty crook in 2005, 2006. I was diagnosed with a brain tumour and had to make many changes in my life. And it's at that time that I met Don Tolman, and we're now really good mates with his son Tyler Tolman. In fact, we just did a round of freedom summits throughout Australia where Tyler was talking about health and well-being. But one of the things that I did during my recovery, or my path back to being healthy, was that I fasted. I also started meditating and did a whole heap of other stuff, exercising. Used to be a 110 kilo fat bastard. But one of the most important things that I did, obviously, was my diet, meditating and fasting. So I'm going to do a 30-day fast, and I'm inviting friends and people that aren't even friends yet to join me. So it's going to go something like this. The first 10 days will be juicing and smoothies. The next 10 days will be pure H2O, and then it'll be followed up by another 10 days of juicing and smoothing. So along the way, I want to turn this into a little fundraiser. We at Freedom Summits and Truthology have a really good relationship with Free to Shine, which is an amazing organisation headed up by Nikki Mee, where they go into Cambodia and help prevent girls being sold into the sex slave industry. So we are very passionate about the work that Nikki and the team over in Cambodia and here in Australia do. So I want to turn it into a fundraiser where essentially people can sponsor you to do the 30 days. So they might sponsor you perhaps for $1 a day or $2 a day, or if they're really generous, $5 a day or $10 a day, and sponsor you to give you the courage and the commitment to continue on with your 30-day fast. But my beautiful partner Steph is holding my iPhone camera here. And so Steph, if you just want to show, these are some of the things that I think are really important to do the fast. This is a juicer, a blender. This is not your run-of-the-mill blender, obviously. It's like a Vitamix. We have a friend who owns a company called OmniBlend, and a Vitamix, if you don't know, is essentially about $800, I think, or $890. You can get one of these which is faster, quieter. It's as good a product, we think, as a Vitamix, and he's doing a special offer for people who want to do this of $50 off. So I think his blenders are normally $395, so you can get that for $50 off. So just contact me and I'll put you in touch with Neil from OmniBlend. The other thing that you'll need is a juicer. Now this again is a really good quality one. I believe in buying good quality stuff. I think this one was about $500, but you don't need to spend that much money. You can get a good juicer, I think, for about $125, but you are going to need a juicer. One of the other things that we think is important is a distiller. What this does is boils your tap water off and obviously then condenses it back to pure H2O. And we've had this one for a little while now, and it's quite disgusting to see what's left in the pot. So it gets rid of 99% of fluoride and all the yucky stuff and gives you just pure H2O, which is really important for the water component of your fast. So if you're interested in doing this, you can go to our Facebook page, which is called Fast for Freedom, and like it. And I'll give you more information there on how you can get started. I think one of the important things as to why we're doing this in a group is so that you don't feel alone. Tyler does some amazing fasts over in Bali where you're part of a group, you get a lot of support, and it's not so hard because everyone else is fasting as well. But if you're living the domestic life at home and you're preparing food for your partner or your children, then it can be challenging that 10 days where you're doing just water. So I think being part of a group to do this is going to be really supportive. And I also think that being part of the fundraising aspect gives you that extra little commitment and drive to make it happen. But fasting is really important, guys. After the first, the juice and the smoothie part is not so hard because you're still getting a lot of nutrients. The reason that juicing is important is it breaks the food down and makes it very easy for your body to digest. 65% of the digestion process is chewed up in the energy in digesting the food. So if you juice and smoothie, your body absorbs it a lot more easily. But when you get to the water section, the first few days can be challenging. And I've done many 10-day fasts. I've got lots of friends who do 40-day fasts. But what happens is in the first few days, you're hungry. And if you're like me, you love your food. Steph's pulling funny faces in the background here. Thanks, Steph. But if you're like me, and you love your food the first couple of days, you can get cranky and a headache and all that sort of stuff. Well, you just have to push through that because what happens is on about day 2 or 3 or 4, depending on your metabolism, it's normally after 2 days for me, your body goes into what's called ketosis, which means it stops looking for fuel and energy through your food, and it actually sort of shuts down that section, and your body, because it's a perfect healing mechanism, goes looking for nutrients and whatever it can to survive through other areas of the body. And guess what? The good news is it eats the fats and all the toxins and all the cancerous stuff and crap out of your body. So after day 2 or 3 or 4, depending on your metabolism, as I said, you actually stop feeling ravenously hungry. You just feel hungry. So you have another glass of water. And that's where it's important. I up my water intake from the usual 3 or 4 litres a day to about 6 litres a day. And your body flushes out. And honestly, by day 4, 5, 6, 7, you just have this energy and clarity of mind that's hard to describe. And then, of course, we'll finish it with another 10 days of juices and smoothies. So join us. Let's see if we can raise a heap of money for Free to Shine. Let's see if you can experience firsthand, rather than listening to people like myself and Tyler and Don, experience firsthand the benefits in trying a 30-day fast like this. Okay, we'll see you on the other side.